Hello boys and girls, another TopHat demo video here for you. Today we're doing the Puretone 18, a new variation on a previous made custom model. It's a 2-channel version, so it's not just 1 and 2 numbered inputs for one channel, but 2 separate inputs for the 2 different channels. Simple volume, fat off bright for each of the 2 channels, and then a common tone knob, which is the cut knob in the power section, that is getting brighter as you turn it up, thusly named tone instead of cut. But just want to run a few guitars through it real quick to show some guitars as well. This is one of my most favorite beauties here right now, with this Dynasonic and a P90 frame, made by Right to Sound pickups and a NOS old great Florence Voodoo bridge pickup, Bigsby, American Bigsby, 2-piece alder body, a curved fingerboard neck, not a slab board, but like a 63 if you will, but a lovely F-hole thin line. Unbelievably beautiful straight grained swamp ash top on this. Great guitar. Needs a good home. She's an absolute beauty and works great the way she is here. But we'll start somewhat normal. We're in the number 2 channel, so I'm running on this volume, this fat upright, and the toner. And so this is like the did 2 of them, an NJ20 and a JN with guys' initials. But the one was just a simple 1-channel version of this with slightly different transformers, power and output. This has got the full big regular Club Rail Supreme 16 power and output, and so it's the big glorious version. Has a lot of good bottom end that utilizes the power supply. So with a bigger output, say Les Paul and such, it will definitely get quite creamy in the bottom end when you push it hard. Yeah, but you got to do that if you want it to have a vintage feel. You got to let the low end through and work that power supply. So we're just below half at about 7 on the just to show the tone. So it just does a nice roll off in the upper end. Still in the off mode on the boot. Breakup, very controllable, manageable. That's a pretty good breakup with the Telecaster here. Right, and greasy in the fat mode. Kind of get a little more, I would call martially in the bright boost. Channel's really the same, so not much needed to show that. When you're up that high. try Mr. Stratocaster here. With the Firebird pickup. The 0 to feet, when you're all the way up, it cuts free the tone knob. So it'll get a little brighter tinkly if you just come off a 10 This needs a little brighter on the tone than the other guitars. It's not a Tele. I find that it makes sense that weirdly, though it's a very vintagey kind of pickup, they work really good in higher gain. This is, sort of lower medium gain, but they work. I think their forte is when you push them through distortion, that the clarity and the clank of a Firebird cuts through and has a little extra bite on it that you lose with a humbucker. Narrow space bridge for the narrower pickups. Gibson type pickups. Righteous Sound Bluebirds, which is a Firebird pickup that he does the open ring where you can put different toppers on them. But very, very cool pickups. These are potted for me. A lot of times they're less potted the way others do them, but I don't like them to squeal, so I pot them. Bound rosewood fingerboard neck, H tuner. Chris Fleming, big signature there. Alder body about 4 1/4 pound. Whole guitar is about 712, 714, somewhere around there. a little bit under 8, but regular 3-way wiring. Only other custom thing is this tone knob that, like I say, does the 0 dropout. I think it exposes their nature a little more when you unleash it like that, but it's more normal when you just back it off a little. Also meant to basically be a pedal amp since it's so simple, mainly just a volume amp. The boost helps, and it's just varying the amount of which frequencies are boosted in that one simple gain stage. But that's the pureness and why I call it just simply a pure tone. I thought of many different names, but this other advantage of this with 2 channels, you could run a simple AB box and set one up hot and dirty and the other up more open and clean, and get a nice clean dirty within the amp simply, or doing that prefaced with a overdrive and effects, if you will. So, but it gives you some ability to switch channels and have 2 different modes set up. I think that's very helpful. That's why I bothered to add the 2nd channel. It added quite a bit more work than I thought it was gonna, but I think that's what makes it nice. Like I say, as a pedal, as a straight, simple, vintage type amp, this is very much kind of the non-EF86 version of a simple old AC15. 2 EL84s, 1 EZ81 in this case. The other one I made before had a GZ34 with smaller transformers, so it's a little different balance. But yeah, 2 EL84s and 2 12AX7s, a phase inverter, and a first stage for both channels. But she's a beauty. So let me give you one other, the old hot roddy Telecaster, Telavarius I should say, with a big P90, and she's definitely a give you the rock and roll. We're in the bright mode there, just past average. Yeah, off dimed, and we'll start at around 7-ish on the tone, just for a pretty simple, clean amp, 2 channels, very cool. And it's headed to the Music Emporium. They should hopefully do some nice demos with more delicate players that will give you the more refined abilities ever. And that'll do it for today, kids. Have a good evening.